Subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. What in the is going on? Sources: tN1R to join Spirit after EWC. The Belarusian is expected to take Zontix place on the roster despite the team's winning start to the season at IM Cologne. This mother just won Cologne. Also, look at this mother grin, dude. He knows. He's like, I'll see you soon, bud. Look at that. Bro literally is, I'll see you soon, man. All good. You got me this time. He said, I'll see you real soon, bro. I'm on my way. This one, dude, that is a face of a man that knows. He's like, yeah, I'll see you soon, man. Oh my God. Spirit are set to acquire or bring in tN1R following the conclusion of the World Cup. Multiple sources have told HLTV. The report follows an announcement from Heroic in which the org revealed that tN1R has been sold to an undisclosed team. Heroic's director of esports, Robin, told HLTV that the org has repeatedly declined bids for tN1R, but ultimately had to give in because the buyout clause towards the team he is going to, suggesting Spirit had their eyes on the Belarusian for some time. tN1R will be join the Russian side after playing out the Saudi Arabian competition with Heroic. Some sources have indicated that tN1R will replace Zontix. Now that's interesting. That's really, I was thinking maybe for Zwei, just because, obviously they just brought him in. Conflict of interest then. The fact that they play each other at EWC would create conflict of interest, yeah. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to think about the fucking roster, dude. That's what I'm thinking. EWC might not care about conflict of interest, but the VRS points might. You gotta be, everybody's talking real tough until the VRS points don't matter. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. But anyway, like I said, the roster move. Chopper, Donk, Shiro, Zwei, tN1R. I mean, I'll just flat out say it. In terms of who can shoot really fucking hard, tN1R is a clear upgrade over Zontix. But what's interesting to me is I feel like they're very different players. And I mean very different players. I don't know all the positions that they share, but he would be the second best rifler on this team for sure. Like it'd be Donk, Shiro, then I'd put tN1R at like above Zwei. That's really interesting, man. Like the only thing is they had to have been, I think I saw a rumor about this already, but they had to have been targeting him for a long time. I mean, based on what Heroic saying, a lot of people are going after him, and I kept joking every time tN1R got crazy kills, I'd be like, welcome to Falcons, you know what I mean? Because that's, if somebody's playing really good and they're shooting really hard and somebody's like, who's got the money, dude? I thought for sure it had to be Falcons. So this is interesting though, and Spirit probably has just been wanting them for a while, if I had to guess. That's what this tells me, is like they're not removing Zontix because of some recent result. They've just wanted tN1R for a while and they just haven't been able to get him. It kind of shows you how highly they regard tN1R and also how much they weren't necessarily hating having Zontix on the team. It was just that anybody that's watched tN1R play Counter-Strike in the last year knows how incredibly gifted this kid is. And it's not to throw shade at Heroic. It's just when you watch Heroic play, this motherfucker is clearly a different level than the entire team. Yeah, it could be that tN1R slots in for Zwei's roles Zontix takes or Zwei takes over Zontix roles. There's a bunch of different ways they could do this. It's gonna be some growing pains. This guy's gonna be insane though, dude. If they can figure out how to reconfigure the pieces within the team, it's a huge firepower upgrade. Zontix likes to be the butt of the joke for a lot of people, and he likes to kind of be the punching bag for the team, and he doesn't go for headshots. His interviews probably aren't widely enjoyed, but that being said, he's a really serviceable anchor, bro. They did win Cologne with him. He actually at different points in time looks like the reason they're winning games. He's not just some bot. I want, and that's what I mean is this move was clearly in the works for a while, and they've been trying to get tN1R for a while. And I'm just trying to, it's not that Zontix is bad. It's that anybody that has watched tN1R play Counter-Strike knows that this kid is, I'm usually not happy to see Heroic sell players because I do want them to build their own thing. But this kid is insane, dude. I want to see him in finals right now. Donk tN1R in the finals going off against Vitality, would be so much fun to watch. It's just such a fun prospect. I don't really want Heroic to just become a farm team, but this is also really exciting. I do think there might be some growing pains though, because Zontix out means Zwei's gonna probably have to pick up some of it then tN1R's gonna pick up some of Zway's stuff and maybe some of it's gonna be a weird learning process if I had to guess. Maybe they could shoot their way out of the issues that they might have, but just ask Falcons how that one can go, you know? And this, you know what this move reminds me of? This reminds me of Dupree. Dupree with flames. This is just, it's too good of an opportunity for Spirit. They finally can get tN1R. Granted, Vitality in that situation got flames without a buyout, but Vitality just won the major, remember? And flames was available as a free agent for free, and they went and got him, and they dropped Dupree. And look at what that move, I'm not saying that flames single-handedly, obviously it took more time than that, but it shows you the mindset that Spirit has as an organization right now. They won Cologne, and they're still like hungry to improve the team. And Zontix isn't bad, just like Dupree was not bad when they won the major, but they're constantly looking ways to improve the roster. And tN1R is clearly just a great rifler. And if they can finally get a number that makes sense for Spirit and a number that makes sense for Heroic, why wouldn't you do that, right? So aggressive move out of Spirit. It is a shocker because they just won Cologne, but it is giving me that same energy that Vitality had after they won the major. Hard to argue against it. It's not like they picked a bad player to go after. Like this roster's going from Donk and friends to absolute fucking nightmare fuel. And I feel like they're being smart. They're picking smarter than, for example, like Falcons. Like Falcons splashed a lot of cash, and I'm sure tN1R is not cheap, to be honest with you. But at this point, I think it's well known how well he plays. And looking at a trio of Donk, Shiro, tN1R, and then Zway as your anchor is going to be pretty fucking nasty, dude. I mean, that is pretty fucking disgusting. Like when you look at that roster, if they can reconfigure so people are comfortable, that is a disgusting roster, dude. I do feel bad for Zontix, but this is kind of how it goes sometimes, man. Like, he was playing fine. I would even say he was playing good. But good is not usually a word that you want people to be like talking to you about how I'm glazing tN1R right now. You know what I mean? If you're going to be on a team that's pushing for #1 and for consistent trophies, if somebody's just saying good, unfortunately, that's like, you're not quite there yet. So hopefully he can find a good landing spot and maybe just get a little bit. Dude, if Zontix in-game and out-of-game aimed a little bit higher, he would be insane. Because I do think he's really powerful in the positions that he plays, and he knows exactly how he likes to play. We'll see. And on the Heroic side, they're bringing xfl0m back. So Xantares is back for Aurora, and then xfl0m is returning back to the Heroic roster. So then Heroic now is going to be Linus, Nilo, Youngster, xfl0m, and then they're getting the Opper from Spirit Academy. So it's not really like Heroic is in some awful spot. Losing tN1R's ass, but this roster still is super young, a lot of promise. If that Opper shoots half as good as you probably think he will, because he's from Spirit Academy and from Kazakhstan, he's going to be fucking insane. Let's just fuck it, dude. I'm looking at Molidor. I'm like, no way, this kid's bad. He's going to be cracked with an op, dude. He's going to be farming. He's going to be absolutely fucking farming.